Hey kids, um, we're back. You're watching Guitar Quackery Live, which is the one and only guitar repair. No, the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. Yeah, plenty of other guitar repair channels, right? So what are we doing here? Uh, well, you're watching and I'm working. And I'm about to send a link to the customer so that he can watch. Sometimes a customer is a he, sometimes a she. This time it's a he. All right. His name starts with a G. There you go. And copy and paste. All right. See, every time I send a link, right? And whoop, goes out, delivered. Okay, so those are the other links that he watched. I think he watched. I don't know. He didn't tell me. Oh, I got rid of a guitar today. Oh, look at that. Dr. Fictionado's in the house. Hello to you as well. Yeah, so I got rid of a guitar today. It's a guitar I had here. So, you know, I do guitar giveaways every now and then. So there was an interesting coincidence. Yesterday, last night, one of my usual customers, Cole Lumpkin, he's a local musician here in New York City. He came over to me with what I would call an unusual request, a guitar emergency. And there's no such thing, right? Well, Dr. Rami is in the house as well. Hello. So I, decided to live stream the whole thing on his guitar, Jackson guitar, whatever, Floyd Rose setup. So this morning I get a frantic text message from a total stranger, and that total stranger asked me if I can do an emergency repair on a guitar because he's playing a gig tonight, as in tonight. Actually, he's on stage now. I was going to maybe go see him and her. So it's a duo, singer and, oh, let me show you the picture of the singer. Yeah, wait till you see her. Okay. Look at that. So, but I didn't know that at the time, right? So we texted back and forth, exchanged a couple of text messages. He says, yeah, I got this guitar, I got this gig tonight. And he just provided he was texting through his email. I said, okay, what's your phone number? Oh, I'm from Australia, visiting here, playing a gig, da-da-da. And I'm thinking, okay, so he's in town. We got to treat him well. He's a, visiting artist. So, and I say, well, do you have a YouTube channel? So he didn't really answer that question. And I said again, do you have a YouTube channel? So he kind of got annoyed and said, nah, whatever, I'll figure out a solution. And then I text him back, I say, well, I was asking because I didn't want to give away the surprise, but I just want to give you a guitar. So if you want one, for the gig, so you can still come and pick it up. So then he texts me pictures of the singer, and I showed you a picture. Okay, where's his text here? Oh no, that's someone else. Wow, I received so many text messages today. So here, Amalia, right? So this goes to Spotify, ba 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 ba, and then there's something in Rolling Stone. So Amalia from Australia as well. Where's that? Okay, whatever. So so I say, okay, how about that? Don't tell your singer about the giveaway. Just come together and bring that guitar that you need fixing. It was just a fret. But, you know, I don't do partial repairs, right? But this time I made an exception because they're visiting from Australia. And I'd like to go to Australia one day. So maybe I can stay with them. I don't know. So he brought her, and we did a video for the main channel. So I deputized her. So she fixed the guitar for him. And then I said, stand over here, close your eyes. And then I gave her the guitar that was hanging over there. It was a Brownsville, kind of like a Strat-looking guitar. Brownsville is the Sam Ash brand name, house brand. So it says on the headstock, Brownsville, New York. So Brownsville is part of Brooklyn, where Mike Tyson is from. But kind of, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Brownsville. But anyway, it says Brownsville, New York, and they loved it that it said New York on it. So coming up, the video. Oh, so where's the coincidence? So anyway, so then Cole Lumpkin comes to pick up the guitar I was working on yesterday. Oh, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I asked him, where are you playing today? And he says, Pianos. That's the name of the bar. Okay, so kind of made a mental note. So we said, okay, come at 2:30, okay? But anyway, Cole Lumpkin came at 1:30, whatever, to pick up his guitar. And then, you know, I said, oh, by the way, where are you playing tonight? And he says, oh, Pianos. And I'm like, well, I got another person coming today that's also playing tonight at Pianos. Do you know them? It's Amalia and her guitar player. Oh yeah, they're playing with me. They're opening for me. Ta-da-da. So that was a coincidence. So I fixed his guitar emergency last night for the gig tonight, and I fixed their guitar emergency today, this afternoon for the gig, for their gig tonight, and they're playing on the same stage. Amazing. Okay, no more guitar emergencies from now on. Okay, not for a while. Now, this customer specifically told me that he doesn't want any cosmetic repair. He said it looks kind of cool if there's a scar. So I respect that. And, you know, I'm not going to push it if he doesn't want it. So I have a rule that, you know, I'm going to go all the way with guitar setups and anything that improves the playability of the guitar. So you can't tell me to do a setup on a guitar that has, I don't know, a high nut. I'm going to fix the nut, okay? But I am going to do structural repair without, you know, doing a cosmetic repair if the customer doesn't want that. So that's okay. You know, the guitar functions. And by the way, I'm still doing a full setup or whatever this guitar needs, which we'll find out once we put the strings on, to make sure that it's at its best playability, right? Okay, so we'll still do that. And I think it's probably just needs a setup. So yeah, there will be a visible scar. He thinks it's kind of cool. And that's it. So I respect that. This is a scar here. Now I did some some dry sanding last time here. And today we are going to do just some wet sanding. So I have here this, what happened here? Why did this happen? This camera is disconnected. I was messing with this camera before. Oh, I know what happened. I pulled this and I felt that a wire kind of got caught or disconnected or something. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Camera 5. But I was also messing with the camera last night, but it was working today. Sorry, I need to get a step stool or something. I'll be right back. Here. So, I don't know what's wrong. Let me see. If I go like this, yeah. What happened here? So, did the camera die? Because it was working today when we were recording the video with Amalia. Oh, yeah, I think the cable has a coupler. I kind of want this cable. I mean, I want this camera. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't notice this wasn't showing up on the screen. Man, there's like a whole bunch of cables here. All right. Give me 2 seconds. I'll fix it. I hope. So, is this it? So what color is this one? Orange. Goes down here. So those are HDMI cables, and they're coupled together, and I think it's just a disconnected coupler. And I think I lost part of my audience. I can't blame you for leaving. Well, it is a repair shop, and now I'm repairing my HDMI connection to the switcher. Man, is this the one? Too many cables here. Oh, I see. This one is disconnected, you see? So I need to must be this cable there. Yep. Okay. All right, it'll be fixed. I'm doing this by feel now. Okay. Okay. The image showed up. We're back in business. It's wet, almost. So there's a new Pope. I don't think it affects me in any way. So here we have this guitar and the tray, and we're going to do some wet sanding. So how do we prep this? Well, I rinsed all of them and soaked them in water. So those are, I think, 9 grits. And we also need this. All right. And I did move this camera a little bit, so now it's showing more of this part of the bench. Yeah, I'll just, yeah, normally you don't see this. So we have this part. You know what? I should just move the camera back this way. Yeah, that's a better framing. All right. Is that good? So I will not be wet sanding the headstock veneer, just the back, just this part, okay? And I'm clumsy. I almost spilled this because this went like this and just lifted it this way. Okay, so I almost spilled it, but I didn't spill it, all right? How should I do this? Maybe I should put this neck rest here. This way, okay. So it would be a mistake to use one of the sheets and then rinse it here, because then the coarse grit would get mixed in with the finer grit sheets, right? So we're not going to do that. We are going to simply use a paper towel to dry it between the passes. Now, because it's a curved surface, I'm not going to use the rubber, what do you call it, the high density foam thing to hold this, right? So just with my hand. Okay. Need to get ready. Just like that. So this is just, you know, so-called scratch removal. We just need to blend it in so it's so you don't feel it, and it kind of looks like nothing ever happened, except that you will see this little fracture here. So this does show up here again. So he kind of wants to see a scar. It's fine. I wonder if at the Murphy lab they also fake a headstock repair sometimes. I don't know. All right, so this was 1500 grit we started with, and now I am simply going to be piling up these, I guess somewhere here, whatever, and then I'll rinse them. That shouldn't take too long. We don't want to spend too much time with the coarser grits, because we don't want to be removing too much material, right? We just want to be smoothing out the scratches. We're basically just resurfacing this. We're not reshaping anything. So this is how I remove the grit, the coarser grit, so that when I use a finer grit sheet, it doesn't have the coarser grit mixed in anymore. And if he ever decides to do a full cosmetic repair at any point in the future, it's still possible to do it. Now, this isn't a black color, it's dark blue. So that's going to be hard to match if anyone attempts to do a full cosmetic repair in the future. Because when you color match, you need to look at the light, at your colors at different color temperatures. So this light here has a setting for, what is it called, a case setting, right? So different color temperatures. So you need to go through a range of color temperatures. So if your light source has a setting, I have another here, this auxiliary light that I sometimes use. It has brightness and color, right? So I can dial it in. So we would need to kind of change, and I can show you. So we're not doing any color matching, but you can see how when I dial it, how it changes there, right? Okay. All right, let's continue with this. So next grit is going to be, what is it, 3200. And as you move up the grits, you also spread out the area that you're wet sanding. That's how you blend it in. All right. And then we are going to buff it at the end. It's, again, not going to be invisible. So with headstock repairs, you know, this a structural repair sometimes doesn't take too long, like this time it didn't. But a full cosmetic repair is really, can be very time consuming, right? And that's where most of the money goes if you're paying. So he's in fact getting this done at a reduced price because I'm obviously not going to be charging for a full cosmetic repair. Just, what is it, 4 more sheets to go. There are 9 grits. It's funny because earlier today, well, just a couple of hours ago, I wasn't live streaming or anything, but I pulled this tray where my switcher is, and I kind of felt that it pulled on the cable and that it disconnected. But I didn't notice on the monitor that camera 5 got disconnected. I wasn't looking at the monitor. So you see how I keep piling them up here, and I can see a little kind of white, cloudy thing, and that's the finish mixed in with water. So that's why I want to put this back here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse them all before I put them away. And then I'll rinse them again before I soak them again for next time I use them. So you see how I'm sanding off, kind of wet sanding a larger area now. Okay, what do we have? 2 more? Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was a small world, what happened this morning. So people who play together, they know each other. And they both call me with similar unreasonable requests. Okay, 1 more, and then we're done with the wet sanding. Look at that. It's smooth to the touch. You can't feel anything. So it isn't rocket science, but it needs to be also completely smooth to the touch before you do the wet sanding, which is what I did in the previous live stream. Okay. All right. This is good. So now we need to dry it completely. And then we'll do some buffing. And I'll show you what we'll use. So now it's kind of a satin looking, so we want to put the gloss back. Yeah. Okay, so now it's completely dry. Let's move this over here. Well, I am going to put these, soak them inside this tub because we are no longer going to be using them, right? So now they go into the tub altogether. It doesn't matter if the grits mix because I'm going to rinse them all, right? Like I said. So let's put them here. Next to my crystal ball. I have a crystal ball over there. No, really. Here it is. It's, and in front of it, there's a sign that says, when will my guitar be ready? Why can't you focus? Come on. So people don't need to ask me. They can just get their own answers from the crystal ball. All right. So the buffing compound that I'll be using is this. This is the Music Nomad. guitar polish, and it's an abrasive thing. Okay, so you actually need to be careful how to use it, how you use it on guitars, because you can damage the finish in some cases. But here I'm going to use it to buff out all these micro scratches and make it shiny. Put a gloss back on. And I need my microfiber cloth, this one, and I'll need this one for something else, which I'll show you. By the way, I put Amazon affiliate links to these products in the description already. I'm required to disclose the fact that those are affiliate links which pay me a small commission at no extra cost to you. And for whatever reason, Amazon has a very strict rule that creators need to disclose this every time they use Amazon affiliate links. Okay, what have we here? Are we in autofocus? Let's put it in manual focus so it doesn't keep changing focus. It's kind of good. Okay. So I have this microfiber cloth and I have a paper towel. And now I am going to do this. And before it dries, just grab this and just buff it out. So this surface, since I haven't changed the surface of the cloth, still has some of the buffing compound. This is completely smooth here, but here it needs a little extra work. No problem. Oops. And use a fresh paper towel. And we're basically done with this. Since, I repeat, the customer wants to see a scar. All right? So like some people like relics and stuff, so I think that's the logic. Okay, so as I feel that it's stiffening, you see how quickly I grab that cloth? It is nitro finish. It's a Gibson. That's fine. I mean, it's got scuffs everywhere, right? So this is it. This now matches the rest of the guitar. Headstock has been reattached. Maybe a little bit more here. How should I explain this? I'll show you. This part over here. This part over here. Doesn't show on camera, but I can see it here. Okay, so here, and focus my attention to this on this part here. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to, let me just check it. Yeah. I'm going to use another product. Oh, and I forgot to put a link to this. This is the guitar wax. This is slightly different. No, actually, it's very different. It's Carnauba wax. Same wax you use on cars. and I will be using this cloth. And again, I forgot to put a link to this and a link to this, so I'm going to remember to do it after this live stream. I like to put this on the back of a neck. I don't even do it every time, but it makes the neck feel really smooth. And this is how I put it. So just very thin layer. And I think that the idea is to not remove all of it. So here you can let it dry. That's fine, right? This isn't the same polishing buffing compound I was using before. And now just kind of buff it with this cloth. I only use this for this job, so it's got nothing else on it. And this feels good. Okay, so we don't want to rub it off completely, I guess, right? Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to mount the tuning machines. I'm not going to be restringing it yet because here I'm only live streaming the Headstock Repair part on this guitar, because this is on the playlist that's called the American Headstock Repair Trilogy. Oh, and look at this. This is the Gibson used to do this back in the day, the baby picture. So that's in the hard case. So we leave it there. Got the hardware right here in this bag. I'm going to put the tuners on. And like I said, I'm only going to be live streaming the headstock repair part of this entire job on this playlist only. The rest is just going to be polishing the frets and doing a setup, I think. So no need to do a live stream for the setup. Unless I feel inspired, then maybe I will do it. I don't know. I doubt it. Okay, so let's install the tuning machines. I know the framing is not too good. All right. So I have here an interesting gadget, a handheld microscope. So as you know, if you are a regular viewer of Guitar Quackery, I use microscopes. And I was on a forum about a month ago talking about something. I can't remember what the thread was about. I think I might have. Oh, it was about a guitar review or something like that. And yeah, it was about a guitar review that I posted on my channel. And in the review, I used the microscope, like I always do. And someone said how much they really liked the microscope, and he said he bought this little handheld microscope. And then someone else said, "Oh, where'd you buy it? Post the link." And so it seems like guitar microscopy might be becoming a thing. I don't know. And I would like it to be, you know, standard operating procedure. Because when I cut a nut, I know how I used to cut it and how I've been cutting it ever since I've been using my microscopes. So I've always been obsessed with microscopes ever since I was a kid. And that's kind of how I started using microscopes in guitar repair. But anyway, so he posted a link to this cheap $25 microscope, handheld, that he bought on Amazon. So I bought one. Not the same model that he bought, but here it is. And I'm going to, so this is the box, but the microscope's actually here. It's an empty box. So I'm going to make a video about this. I'm going to show you how it works. Not now, just in a moment. Let me put these back. I'm going to post a video on my channel about my experience on the guitar forum. I need to find that thread. I believe it was on the Tele guitar forum. And I can never remember what that forum is called. TDPRK, something like that. TPD, I don't know. I don't know how they came up with the name, but it's on that forum. So I'll look up that old thread. It's not that old, just about maybe 2 months old now. And then I will reference that thread on the video. I think 2 or 3 people ended up buying that little microscope. And then I bought a different model. Okay. So those are locking tuners. And now we need a 10 millimeter socket wrench to tighten the bushings. Should never tighten them too much. Just lightly. Because it could damage the finish, you know, the surrounding area. Yeah. Okay, well, it looks better now. So let me show you the microscope. So stick out the truss cover, the 2 screws for the cover, and the bridge, and the tailpiece, stop bar. So let's put this back in the case. I think I will be working on this guitar. What is today? Thursday, so not tomorrow, Saturday. And finish it. Okay, the microscope. Let me show you. And then we'll wrap it up. So here it is. This little, beautiful little thing. And you can put an SD card here. There's a USB-C connector. I don't know if it's just for charging or you also get an output. Not sure. There's a reset button, a little LED here, and 3 buttons, and 1 button here. So you push this button, and it, lights up the screen. Oh, this button is the menu. Okay, all right, fine. Oh, this button is the light. So there's a light. Yeah, I already messed with that. And then this button, I think you can take a picture or video with this button. Okay. And now let me show you what it does. Okay. Check this out. too much light. Okay, so let's adjust the light. Oh, is that the button for the light? No, that's the button for the light. So this is no light. Level 1 light. Okay, so here is the string slot. Look at that. That's the low E, I think. Yeah, exactly. And here we have the A, the D. Look at that. What is that? The G. You can almost do the same things that I do with a big microscope. I'm going to say better than nothing at all, right? And you can look at the frets, obviously. Fret nibs. So you can see the scratches on the fret nib. Yeah, I like it. And I'm keeping it. Okay, turn off. Like I said, I'll post a video. Well, I might as well put a link to this as well, right? Again, Amazon affiliate link, blah, blah, blah. Full disclosure. I don't know if I need to say it every time. I think I said it enough. But yeah, maybe some people didn't watch the beginning. It's going to be an Amazon affiliate link that pays me a small commission at no extra cost to you. Okay, friends, I need to wrap it up. This one I am charging by the hour, so I need to be fair to the customer, right? Because I'm going to look at the time of the video. Although every time I do a live stream of a repair that I'm charging by the hour, there's actual prep work and then sometimes work afterwards as well that I'm actually doing on the guitar. So it's fair. All right. Friends, I'm going to wrap it up. Again, I'll put a link to this and to this. And what else? Oh, the wax. Where I put it? I think I put it over there. But I'll put a link to the wax. Thank you. And I'll see you soon. Oh, by the way, how many people watching? 6? 4 likes. So what's up with that? Okay. Do the right thing. Okay, bye.